Mr. Metaphysical, whoever you are, um, I'm going to stop by 11:11. What do you think of that? You going to stop it? I'm not touching it. I'm not touching the stop key. It's going up. I think that's a realistic place to stop it because I have this last one little unveiling thing to say. It's going to be your job to try to keep it out of the hands of the people because it could be very cruel. It's not cruel. What's cruel is stand the reason why people say these things because it may be only for them to say to other people is it's going to spark jealousy and envy, and it could have been delusional, but delusional to the point almost a schizophrenic delusional thing to be something that would be necessary to benefit them to get the right. My stepfather example said that the Holy Spirit came to him and told him he needed a sleep apnea machine, and he got it, and because it was killing him. That's how it got justified to him because it's very tough to get things through to him, and I think that I'm not going to challenge that, but why would you share that with other people? And I don't think you did. I saw somebody do something similar. They said Jesus came down and sat next to me, and this changed my whole life. There's this guy on this video that I really like called Alive Inside, where this black man says, I'm a holy man. God came to me, and I don't think that's really good because it works a little bit against that saying that blessed is he who believed and never saw. Is it really a good thing or is it a curse? I think it's a curse to say it to everybody because there are people out there that are trying to believe, and when they see Jesus will come to you and not to them, it's favoritism. That's kind of cruel. Consider it. I just said it. Consider it. I'm stopping there. I'm going to be human from after this point. I can't guarantee being Christian. I'm going to be human. I'm human all through this. We're human. We consider that we might be Christian, but I don't think I have the capacity to really go there to say, because they say you're saved by being baptized and all this stuff. I think that's really just so that you will get relaxed so you can do something. I don't think that's a fallback. That's not a crutch. That's not a good crutch. I've got a crutch that I've got that's keeping me from even going there, and that is kind of this one unshakable transgression that I've got I've exposed many times over. I don't know if I can change, but maybe I can change it. Maybe I can't change it. Maybe I shouldn't even go there. But I'm trying to, in some form or another, express in what I think I could do here that would be beneficial to these models. Permit them to get whatever it is they think they need in order to have the lifestyle that they're not getting, not that they don't deserve it. Um, I don't know how many porn stars. I would say it's a mix of all these things and none of them at all. It could be any of them. It's a leap of my imagination. I'm not saying this is the case. You could say I was wrong. There are some people that know that this might be right and would not expose it because they're afraid of what the others are going to think if they exposed it. But it says like of 1 in 5 of women in America, or is it the world? has been raped. 1 in 5. Or sexually abused, or some sort of sexual misconduct. Is it from a man or a woman? I think it's just rape's rape. It could come in other forms and not even be sexual. Just controlling somebody beyond without consent, beyond their means. That's rape. I could say that of the black slavery of America. Whenever we ran out of things to sell, people said that I've heard black people say this in alt space. I heard a black lady say this. Oh, the black people were also taking black people as slaves. Oh, I have no doubt that did occur. That doesn't make it right. There are people out there that think that somehow I'm justifying better treatment of them. It is an intent. It's not really fixing the problem. It's an intent to fix the problems in our culture that are racist. There's got to be some way that we can just put them up a little higher than the rest of us, so that at least they can go among a crowd and not feel feel like this is, whatever the difference is, we're not really going to be able to get over it, but we need to come up with something. And they don't, and I mean, James Baldwin would probably, if he were alive today, would probably say, don't go there. He said that you white guys just not going to get it, what we're going through. Your whole race has got a handicap. You're out there playing golf with the rest of us. And you've got a guy who played golf, Tiger Woods, who kicks ass out on that. But why are we still having this failure to identify with the non-Tiger Woods? Okay? Because they revere Tiger Woods for his ability. Do they revere Tiger Woods just a little bit above it when he starts to express that his prerogative, his Bobby Brown, my prerogative, I'm going back to hip hop, Bobby Brown, yes, the drunkard, who is not a drunkard. There are a lot of drunkards out there. And I don't think it was him that turned I really don't know. That was between him and his wife. She just succumbed to this horrible disease of addiction. I think sex is enough. I don't think you need alcohol or those drugs. I think it was just a matter of her looking into his eyes and really him looking into her eyes. And I think there's a solution to that in VR. I'm coming to the realization that you can really stop a model in VR, pause it, and something in your brain wants to believe that what you're seeing is a live person, when every animator will tell you, no, this is not something we got in animation school. You can't let a cartoon remain motionless, because they're going to be perceived as dead. But look, the cartoon character we don't identify with. We identify with the person we see in stop motion inside VR. This is going to be a psychological revelation at some point. Some psychologist is going to get in an Oculus headset and you're going to realize what I'm feeling is that her lips are starting to move when they're not moving. My brain is intent on seeing her as being in motion, that she made something I didn't see, that something happens that I thought I saw. It's really freaky. It's the brain intent on believing that something is still there. It's just like the ape who has the dead child and is still carrying around like it may still be alive. The intent, it's the persistence of vision. It's the persistence of intent. There could be something cathartic in that. I keep using cathartic. I don't even know if I really understand what cathartic is. Is cathartic means that it's something necessary in order to kind of relieve some sort of amount to tension or stress, something you need in order to get beyond your what is an obstacle, what might be a mental block or whatever. Cathartic. Okay. Maybe I'm really thinking of not cathartic. Maybe it is a um, catalyst. Is that a catalyst or cathartic? I love those C words. Chicka chicka kaka kaka chicka chicka kaka. Now isn't it grand to be cheek to cheek? Chicka chicka. Heaven. I'm in heaven. Okay. Um, so what was the idea of this whole thing? No, I'm not going to get it by 11. And yeah, I'm already past. Yeah, I went 4 minutes past it. Anyhow, rape. Yes. Um, I'll lay down a list, and there's probably a more complete list somewhere on the internet. But this is something I'm imagining, something my brain can create. So what did they say? Humor me, good humor bars. I went to the ice cream section to pick that word out that I just was about to forget. Humor me. Okay. Porn star is male or female, in any case, but it's got to be female because I just mentioned 1 in 5 females are. So I don't know how much to do agree the male ones, but if they're like me, they wouldn't have any problem with being abused or raped. I did say that. No, I'm a big guy. This is not. This is pretty friggin' rare. I would prefer the rape be by a female. I think I could go through it and get through it without any kind of. My brain has this capacity to go through that experience and be like, wow, I really love her. How much she hates me. How many women have gone that place? I've heard stories of that kind of thing happening in relationships. Scary. No, there is the psychologist makes sense of that. And it's the idea that any amount of touch is affirmation. And then I talked about advertising using branding as a why branding works. I hate advertising. I also took a course on guerrilla video, and it was all about basically Michael Moore, the manipulation of video and sound to put into people's minds. The reason why I won't edit this, to put in people's minds the wrong ideas, to get ideas into their heads that you did not say. Look, you still had the intent to do it. Michael Moore, you had the intent to do it. It's fucking cruel what you're doing. You may not see it's wrong. You see that you're getting the best of intent into people's head. No, it is fucking cruel because eventually people are going to lose trust in whatever your message is. It's going to stop working. You're going to be out there doing drugs to get back whatever you lost in your ego that you're trying to. Believe me, there are cartoons I'm finding in Hustler magazines that have really stepped on all over you. Somebody is, if this is at any amount of terror to you, somebody out there is making a deep fake of you having sex with Putin or something. It's going to happen. You're going to find it. I'm probably going to find it. Everybody's going to find it to some degree, but maybe you first. I'm not saying you're an evil guy. I'm just saying this is not something I do. I have sin. Yes, I have this porn sin, this addiction. I pointed out as self deprecation. You have self deprecation. You need to self deprecate too, because this is this attribute we can see in psychopathy, and you know who I'm talking about. I think everybody knows that one. I'm not going to go there. It's I don't want to be a dead horse. Anyhow, get back rape. So, porn star, do not do not belittle them. Do not belittle homeless. Don't do not belittle porn stars. Do not belittle prostitutes. Do not this is the judge area where it hurts you more than it hurts them, because they've already put the distance. But you need to understand it in order to be human, to get back to being human. Um, if you are in if you are in a marriage that ends up being sexual abuse, if you're in a marriage where your significant other has obtained HIV and you cannot pay for whatever it is to take care of them, can you imagine actually going and becoming a porn actor? I won't say actress because that's sexist. Actor is the word you use. It's the unisexual word to use. It's the PC thing to do. Actor, you become, and it's easy. It didn't. You don't have to draw a line, because there's also transgender issues. There's bisexual issues. There's all sorts of issues there that you don't want to figure out, because there's loving humans there that you could really ruin, and I could really ruin, and I'm trying hard to do this without really hurting them. I'm trying to be careful. What I'm trying to do here is not drag anybody in. I'm trying to do something that may not be possible, and I'm going to screw it up. I'm just telling you ahead of time. It's my imagination. That's the caveat. That's the scapegoat. It's my imagination. Don't take this literally. It's me laying out. This is a hacker mentality of programmers, is to try to come to an area of what they do not know by making assumptions, because it's necessary in order to find out and to work through. And it's a lot easier on a computer. It's pretty much inhuman to do it with people. Computers don't have any feelings. They don't. You could bestow empathy on a computer until we reach singularity. This is not something the computers need to know about, because they're not at reasoning level. We even but God Jesus said even the rocks could call out. Was it the rocks could call out and give praise to me? Maybe it was I don't remember where that came. If even if you don't do it, the rocks will do it. I could make these rocks give praises to me. I don't need you to give me praise. I don't need you. You need me. That's what he's saying. So, um, in the same context, you don't want to treat God as an ATM in the same spirit, since we're in his spiritual image. You don't want to treat other people as ATM machines and expect that they're going to hand you out money. You'd be thankful for what you get, because it will backfire somewhere down the road. And you may not know the person who's giving you the money is one of these porn actors who have gone through a fair amount of torture in their life of any degree, and I can't really go there. I really don't want to say what I think I know here, but I'll let it at I'll